What if the government calls you a cockroach and instead of getting offended, you build a political party? Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Update with Kavya. And today we are going to talk about one of the strangest, funniest, and somehow India has seen recently, the Cockroach Janata Party. Yes, that is a real thing. In just few days, this movement exploded across Instagram and X, gained millions of followers, sparked protests, memes, political debates, and somehow became the voice of frustrated young people online. But how did all these events start? Well, it began inside the Supreme Court. On May 15, 2026, during a hearing related to fake professional credentials and fraudulent degrees, Chief Justice of India Surya Kant made remarks that quietly went viral online. According to the reports, comments from the hearing compared unemployed youth to cockroaches who don't get any employment and don't have a place in a profession. And the internet completely exploded. For millions of young Indians already dealing with unemployment, exam pressure, rising competition, inflation, and constant stress about careers, this statement felt deeply insulting, especially because it came from one of the highest positions in the country's judiciary. Within hours, clips, screenshots, memes, and outrage flooded social media. The next day, the Chief Justice issued a clarification saying that his comments were misunderstood and taken out of context. He explained that his criticism was specifically directed at people using fake degrees and fraudulent qualifications to illegally enter professions like law and media. He also stated that he considers India's youth the pillars of developed India, but by then, the damage was already done. Because once the internet grabs onto a face, it stops being just a statement. It becomes a symbol. And that symbol turned into a cockroach Janata party. The movement was started by Abhijit Dipke, a 30-year-old Indian PR student studying at Boston University. After seeing the controversy online, he posted on X, "What if all cockroaches come together?" That one sentence connected with people instantly. Soon after, he launched social media pages, membership forms, and a website for something called Cockroach Janata Party, a statistical play on Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP. But what started as a joke quietly became much bigger. The movement open describes itself as secular, socialist, democratic, lazy, which honestly sounds like the most internet generated political slogan ever. But underneath the memes and the sarcasm, there was real frustration. The moment started talking about unemployment, youth anger, accountability, exam scandals, and political disconnect. They criticized that neat paper leak controversy encouraged civic preparation, promoted RTIs, and pushed people to question system of power. And then came the insane part, the growth. Within just 78 hours, the Instagram page reportedly crossed 3 million followers. In less than 5 days, it crossed 10 million. At one point, it reportedly even surpassed the BJP's official Instagram page. That level of growth is absolutely wild, and the moment didn't stay online either. Young volunteers started participating in cleanup drives, protests, and awareness campaigns by literally dressed in a cockroach costumes, which sounds funny at first until you realize that it actually represents people taking an insult and turning it into identity. That's why this movement connected so deeply with Gen Z. Because this was never really about cockroaches, it was about frustrations. India produces millions of graduates every year, but enough quality jobs simply don't exist. Competition keep increasing, exam controversies keep happening, people feel unheard, and when powerful figures make statements that seems dismissive, even accidentally, it's a nerve. Especially for a generation already struggling with anxiety about jobs, money, and the future. That's why this moment exploded beyond just memes. It became emotional and it became symbolic. And honestly, whether you support it or not, you have to admit this entire thing saying a lot about modern internet politics. Because imagine this, a satirical, non existent political party suddenly becomes more emotionally relatable to millions of young people than actual political systems. That alone is a massive statement. And maybe the biggest irony here is cockroaches are known for surviving anything. And now, apparently, they can also start political movements. So, yeah, that's the story of the Cockroach Janata Party. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this just internet satire or is this genuine reflection of young frustrations in India right now. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.